Hi, women. Do you check your husband's phones? Your husband's phone? That's a controversial topic. And most women will tell you yes, and some will tell you no. Personally, I'll talk about myself later after I've finished saying what I want to say. Phones are supposed to be personal belongings, Abby. They're supposed to be private. They're supposed to be things that you shouldn't touch without the owner's permission. There are also things that you could also still touch without with the what am I saying? There are sometimes you can actually use the person's phone even without their permission. I don't know if you know what I'm trying to say to you. So there are situations where it is a yes, privacy. There are situations where it's a no. Now, a situation where it's a yes, it depends on your relationship with that person. I can't just walk into the office and pick up my colleague's phone and start scrolling through the phone, except if maybe the level of relationship between me and that my colleague is sort of on a closer level where maybe we're even seeing ourselves almost maybe like friends or so. I can't just walk into a place like maybe a social gathering and just see people's phones and think I have the right to pick it up. And no. But when it comes back home, let's say our spouse, our children, our relatives, even the relatives, there's a limit. But meanwhile, let's narrow it down to spouse because that's the whole thing. Let's narrow it down to husband and wife. Is the husband supposed to touch the wife's phone? Is the wife supposed to touch the husband's phone? Okay, every of my opinion comes with a religious backing. Yes, because that is how I live my life based on the moral governing of my religion. In Islam, there's secrecy, and there's the fact that you're advised not to like intrude into people's privacy, irrespective of whoever the person is, your father, your mother, your husband, your wife. Do you get? Like Islamically, a man even barging in on his wife, like for instance where you see a man maybe traveled, or there are some instances that we hear that men will say they want to test their wives, maybe they travel, come back home. Do you know Islamically it is wrong for a man to come back to his house without telling his wife that he's on his way? Like they even in Islamically, when a man even comes back home, let's say maybe you went on a journey or something and your family does not know you're coming back that day, maybe along the line came in very late. Do you know it is even advised that you maybe go and sleep in a mosque, or if you can lodge like somewhere, then the following day you come. Like, do not just barge in on your family unexpected. That is how deep it is Islamically. In order to not, there are some things that, yes, in as much as you want to, like, how do I even put it? You want to catch somebody or you're suspecting, but Islamically, it is wrong. It is even wrong for you to assume things that does not exist. In fact, it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. Meaning, you see this bugging. It's a good thing, no. Like, I'm honestly speaking, because some men can be very dubious. Also, some women can also be very dubious, even though this one we're talking about women. But that checking of phone, for me, it has advantage, it has disadvantage. I remember my younger sister telling me about a situation where, as God we have it, the woman just picked up the husband's phone, going through the phone, only for her to realize that the husband had HIV, and he was even on the medication for HIV, and she didn't know. He didn't tell her. So you see, in this case, picking the phone had an advantage. Some men can be so obsessed about their phone, whereby even if you leave them with their child will fall down. They won't even notice it because they are pressing their phone. What exactly is that thing? I know that, yes, me too, I normally press phone and all, but what exactly is that thing that would drag your attention totally from reality just because you're pressing phone? To me, coming back to me, do I check my husband's phone? I don't, to be honest with you. Do I sometimes peep to the phone to see what he's doing? Yes, I do. So literally, I check the phone, but indirectly, like, that kind of thing. To someone listening to me, drop in the comment section, what's your take about checking, as a woman, checking your husband's phone? Do you understand? Or let's just be fair here. Let's see both ways. As a spouse, checking your spouse's phone. what is in there for you to go in there and do? To me, I feel that there are some marriages that broke down, that fell apart because of this checking of phone. There are instances that you might even take the situation maybe to a higher authority and they will tell you, and why did you check his phone? But then there are certain instances that when you don't check that phone, sometimes that your husband might even take you for a fool. Don't you think so? I don't know. It's just I'm throwing it out there, and vice versa. Even though women also cheat, but then if you notice, the men own is the one that is more pushed in the forefront. But women equally cheat with their phones, with and all of that. But this one of the husband, sometimes they might not even necessarily be cheating. How about the instance? Because we've seen all this thing on social media where a man is even planning to kill his wife. You understand? He's communicating with the hitman, and that kind of thing. See, in as much as this phone came in as a blessing, but it is also a curse at the same time, because there are so many things that are going seriously wrong because of phone. Because of, see, a lot, this is I'm telling you, I'll still say we might, like, with, I don't have statistics, but a lot of marriages have gone south because of phone. Yes, because of phone. Both sides, even though the ones of the husbands is the ones that we tend to push more. I'm not saying, but in this video there, I'm just still talking about women. Do you check your husband's phone? If you ask me for a personal advice coming from me, Asma'u, to you, a fellow woman like me, should you check your husband's phone? Nah, to be honest with you, yes, so. Because the things that are going on social media, even if the man is not having that kind of mindset, see the temptations. I remember watching I think an interview on with Chudi or so, on one of these guys on in Nigeria entertainment space. The man said that when he got into that, he didn't know. Like, he said it like joke, where, sending message here and there before anything. He said, and let me tell you something about chatting. And that's why you see me, I sort of restrict my chatting to just business. When you're going beyond business, and I'm like, I'm busy. Do you understand? Like, do you know there's something about intense chatting with someone for, let's say, 2 weeks. Let's just leave it at 2 weeks. Before you begin to start having one kind of funny connection, before you need to begin to start imagining some things. And like I said, this internet, the temptation is too much. Before anything, sending off all those, now those kind of pictures, inappropriate pictures, or like, see, there are certain things that when you focus at the beginning, your mind will not be there. But when your eye is there, especially for men, because men get carried away by what they see. We women will get carried away by what we hear. So both ways, when the bobo begins to throw some kind sweet, that is why men try time to time be sending those sweet messages to your wives. At least when the wife sees, when another bobo sends it to her, it won't be new. Do you understand? Wives too, try be sending those sweet messages so that when this other girl sends it to your husband, the man will not get carried away. So there's something about consistent chatting with someone for anything. It begins to enter the mind. And there's something again with chatting, because maybe because you're not seeing the person face to face, so you tend to be more daring. You tend to an individual tend to be more daring, tends to like break boundaries, you understand. But when that's face to face, sometimes you'll be looking at the person's countenance, you'll be looking at, so those things will be holding back some certain conversations. Do you understand? But you see that one that you're not seeing, you just send. Like, I've been in a situation where some nasty things have been sent to me on, and I'm like, I begin to ask myself, did I give this person that kind of vibe? Did I give, so that's the thing too. So sometimes women, that's checkmating the men, because men, they easily get carried away. I'm not saying women too don't, but the context I'm coming from. So checking the phone does not really need to be bugging before you can get BPO, because that can also give you hypertension. But what I'm saying is then try time to time to have an idea. Do you know there are times that, let me just tell you the truth, I hope my husband does not see this video. I go as far as his social media, maybe his Facebook. Let me go and see the friends that he have, and I try to know, why is this person his friend? Like, I know that sometimes there are some people that will just accept their friendship, especially on Facebook, just for accepting sake. It doesn't mean much. But I try to, and now look, especially when he's a female, I'll be like, does she look like me? Maybe if she does look at me, he might be getting attracted. I'm just kidding. But yes, deep down there's that. Now, as a woman, my fellow women, you know what I'm talking about. So checking your husband's phone, just be careful, so that it doesn't get toxic, because sometimes that checking phone is even generated from toxicity. That's another thing, suspiciousness. And if there's anything I hate to tell people is that why are you being with someone that you don't trust? Why are you being with someone else? Because it's even starting from the so-called relationship, before the courtship, before the marriage. So if only in relationship you don't trust the person, then why do you think you can marry? And see, there's some certain red flags that when we see from outside, let's don't even waste our time. But in as much as there are times that we don't see red flags, but when you enter, you just want to know. And I believe that we too, our husbands, the women, as we're talking, time to time they also try to peep and see what we're doing up. But the men now is the one we're talking about. Women, you're not a fool, but just act smartly, just act wisely. Don't do it in a way that, because there's something again with looking for something. Before you know it, you'll find that thing they're looking for. That's another thing again with mindset. When you feel that there's something that is going there, true, you will now see something that even if it's not like that, it will look like that. I don't even know what I'm trying to say to you. I don't want this video to be too long. Let me stop here. Hope to see you in another video. Bye.